John Newton, I am not what I want to be, a prayer of St. G. Two sparrows leap from a sandbar into the brook flowing with spring rain. They perch upon the gravel in the shallows, then ruffle their wings like a hummingbird, as though they are playing splash. They twitter a song. Perhaps they are a pair of love, such as animals may know. So too the flowers and the bees, the grasses nestled side by side. We do not know. You alone are good, and from the heart of God flows goodness toward all creatures, the sentient and the brutes. It is not a small thing to be loved. Love comes to us from deep eternity. It is your essence. God is spirit. The spirit is a very personal love. Perhaps there is from you a kind goodwill to the flora and fauna you have made, to the sea and to the land. Yet these have no image of God, no personhood. Then too there are men upon the earth rebellious to your love. All of us, actually. Yet there were made two types of men, the children of God whom you love, and those of whom you say, I never knew you. Certainly you knew of them, your made creatures, yet they were to glorify you in other ways, in your justice and wrath delivered unto them, that all the attributes of God may be manifested to the highest glory. In this day and time we live in jeopardy and in fear. In time past, the songbird of amazing grace was John Newton, a slave trader. He is known to have said, although my memory is falling, I remember there two things very clearly. I am a great sinner, and you, Christ, are a great Savior. Also, I am not what I ought to be. I am not what I want to be. I am not what I hope to be in another world. But still, I am not what I once used to be, and by the grace of God, I am what I am. His last words were, I am still in the land of the dying. I shall be in the land of the living soon, then died. When first confronted with the gospel of Jesus Christ, John Newton said in disbelief, if I believed that, I would crawl on hands and knees over broken glass, the breadth of England and to Newcastle, to have it. As we know, it is a free gift from you, this grace, this mercy, this love. And yet in this pandemic virus, likened to medieval plagues, we only wait so that we may continue the design of our lives unchanged. None of us is crawling, begging your mercy on us. We are not convinced that we are not who we want to be. We intend to simply continue our life. And if we seem assured of our salvation, we are yet not courageous enough to say to the John Newtons of today, here is the truth. Upon the green-stemmed banks of the stream will come brown death, then black. The sparrows will lose their song. The waters no longer baptize. If we will not change, the world around us will change. And what we see as danger and evil is not the real danger. You will do all and everything to bring every last man to your redeeming grace. Be aware that all our fathers were under the leading cloud, the pillar of fire, 40 years in the wilderness. With most of them you were not well pleased and scattered their bodies in the wilderness. The people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play. Of sexual immorality in one day, 23,000 fell to their death. Some also were destroyed by serpents in the wilderness. Some complained and were by the destroyer himself destroyed. Now all these things happened to them as examples and were written for our admonition. Where are they upon whom the end of the ages have come? Shall we not be faithful to the end? Amen.